Okay. Okay, welcome everyone. All right. Do we have everyone we're expecting, Carrie?
You're cutting out pretty badly. I think you asked if we're expecting anyone else, and the answer would be no to that. No, you don't appear to be frozen now.
I see people moving now. Not everyone's frozen. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, let's get this thing rolling. I have a resolution to open the meeting. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Axel and Gordon. It's been moved and seconded that the February 2nd, 2023 public meeting of the Lakehead Road Planning Board be opened, the time being 5:33 p.m. Anyone in opposition? Seeing none, we are now open. And can I get a mover and a seconder for the agenda, please? David and Elizabeth. It's been moved and seconded that the February 2nd, 2023 public meeting agenda of the Lakehead Road Planning Board be approved. Anyone in opposition? Seeing none, we will move into the agenda. What do you have for us today, Carrie?
We have just one application for a lot addition coming out of Gorham Township this evening. We have Alexander, who he has given me permission to just call him Alex, who is acting as agent on behalf of Raymond and Beverly Hokanen for the property known as 40 Carey Court in Gorham Township. So the intent of the proposed lot addition is to transfer approximately 0.08 hectares of land from 40 Carey Court to 30 Carey Court, where the owner of 30 Carey Court mistakenly built a carport and placed a hydro pole on lands owned by 40 Carey Court. So the subject property has frontage on Carey Court, is designated as rural in the official plan and zoned rural in our zoning bylaw. The properties are abutted by all additional rural lots. The proposed lot addition doesn't affect area or setback minimums negatively. Both lots will remain legal in size. It is the board's responsibility to ensure that lots are buildable, which requires that there be proof of water. Both lots currently have existing dwellings and private services. The purpose of the addition is specifically to ensure that the lands where a carport and hydro pole were installed are owned by 30 Carey Court, which would be the original intent and cleans up all ownership issues. We did circulate to the agencies as per the Planning Act. The MTO responded stating that they have no concerns. Hydro One stated they have no comments or concerns. And Mines stated that the lands are of non-mining land tenure and have no concerns. We did not receive any comments from the public, so that it would be my recommendation that this application be approved.
Okay, thank you. I missed something. Third item on our public meeting agenda was disclosures of pecuniary interest, and I will, since we haven't actually made any decisions or discussion yet, I will ask for that. Is there any disclosures of pecuniary interest in tonight's proceeding? Seeing none, we can move on. So do we have the applicant in attendance, Carrie?
No, we do not.
No, we do not. I'm guessing there's no public members in attendance either, is there?
No, there are not.
Okay, so I'm guessing that we don't have anyone speaking in favor or against this application. would be likely. Do we have any questions from the board members for Carrie? Go ahead, David.
Who owns 30 Carrie? Are they on board with severing that piece of property?
Yes, sorry, 30 Cary Court is owned by the agent, Alex Tom's LaFerriere. And then Raymond and Beverly Hokanen are the ones transferring the land to him.
I just didn't understand that part of when I was reading the planning report. Appreciate that. Thank you.
No, I apologize. I should have been more clear.
Go ahead, Gordon.
Yeah, this is just a long-standing particular problem. Why didn't they make it just a straight line across? Make a rectangular transfer instead of this funny surveyed triangle? If they're not in attendance, they won't be able to answer, but it just makes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can give you two reasons. One, they couldn't give any frontage. 40 Cary Court doesn't have enough frontage to give any up. And in addition to that, 40 Cary Court wasn't interested in selling any more land than was necessary because this was an error on the part of 30 Cary Court that they're allowing to clean up the ownership issues.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. Seeing none, do we have anything else for the public meeting, Carrie?
I do not.
Okay, then we have a resolution. Can I get a mover and a seconder to close the public meeting, please? Elizabeth and Gordon, it's been moved and seconded that the February 2nd, 2023 public meeting of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be adjourned, the time being 5:38 p.m. Anyone in opposition? Seeing none, we can move into the next meeting, which is the regular meeting. So can I get a mover and a seconder, please, to open the regular meeting? David and David. I guess it doesn't matter which order they're in. It's been moved and seconded that the February 2nd, 2023 regular meeting of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be opened, the time being 5:39 p.m. Anyone in opposition? Seeing none. Can I get a mover and a seconder for the agenda, please? David and Axel, it's been moved and seconded that the February 2nd, 2023 regular meeting in the agenda of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be approved. Is there anyone in opposition? Seeing none. Do we have any disclosures of pecuniary interest in this proceeding? Not surprisingly, we have none. And on our agenda, we have no deputations. We do have one bylaw / resolution. I'm guessing there's not much to add, Carrie, since we just dealt with it a few minutes ago.
Correct.
Okay, we have the resolution in front of us. Can I get a mover and a seconder, please? Elizabeth and David Halverson. It's been moved and seconded that the application 1B/01/23 from Alexander Tom's LaFerriere, acting as agent on behalf of Raymond and Beverly Hokanen for the property described as Concession 1 south of Part Lot 9, RP 55R907, Part 2, PCL 7282, TBF Gorham Township, known locally as 40 Cary Court in the geographic district of Thunder Bay, as set forth in the application, be approved with conditions. Is there anyone in opposition to this resolution? Seeing none, it passes. Okay. We have the minutes. Can I get a mover and a seconder to get the minutes on the floor? Gordon and David West. It's been moved and seconded that the Lakehead Rural Planning Board approves the minutes of the January 5th, 2023 regular meeting as presented. First, I'll ask if there's any errors or omissions in the minutes. Seeing none, is there anyone in opposition to approving the minutes? No, the minutes are then passed. What next do we have? Do we have any matters arising from the minutes, Carrie?
Just to update, the tariff of fees bylaw has been signed, so that is in place. And the board asked that I move forward with the proposal that we had received for our official plan and zoning bylaw. So that proposal has now been signed and the work is proposed to start in March.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any questions from the board on items in the minutes? Okay, seeing none. We'll move on to reports, financial reports. And I will let you present that, Carrie.
Thank you. So this is just as of financials, which we will present each month at our meetings. Just as what our bank account looks like at the time I do it before the meeting. So this is as of January 23rd. Very little has happened so far this year. We have had 3 townships in total now pay the membership fee for the year of $250. So that'll show on the next meeting. Otherwise, we are just in the very early stages and there's not a lot to show right now.
Okay, thank you. We have a little bit of correspondence. We have a notice of public meeting B01-2023 for a land severance in the municipality of Neming. And notice of public meeting B02-2023 for land severance in the municipality of Neming. Is there anyone that has any questions on those? You've had the opportunity to look at them if you so chose. Guessing we don't have any comment on them, Carrie?
I don't see anything relevant to note.
Unless Gordon has something to add, being a representative from Ewing.
No, the meeting is next month, so nothing new.
Okay. Do we have any other correspondence? No. New business. The exciting reason we're all here today. Memorandum of Understanding of the Lakehead Region Conservation Authority and the Lakehead Rural Planning Board for mapping services for 2023. Can you explain that to us, Carrie, please?
Certainly. So the Conservation Authority provides mapping services to us throughout the year. If I need a map done up, or if I need where a street name is falling on a property that just like covers up the frontage of the land or something is in the way, they do all those fixes for us. Also, I will add that I was speaking with them about our contract with the consultant to do our official plan and zoning bylaw. And they said that they would be happy to do the mapping services working in conjunction with the consultants, which is saving us about $15,000 on the project in total. So I see this as still being a worth it endeavor to sign this agreement and continue working with them. It also gives us access to what's called CA maps on our website, where we can do polygons, get all the neighboring addresses and stuff when we have to give out notice. So it's valuable to us.
Thank you for that. Is there any questions from the board members on this item? Seems pretty straightforward. Oh, go ahead, Axel.
So you're saying that LRCA will do the mapping required for the new plan within that $3,300 capsule?
That's correct. Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, they already have the base maps on their end done. So it's just adding any new lots and making sure all the zoning's correct based on what we work with the consultants for.
Okay, that's good. Great. Thank you.
Any other questions or comments on this item?
Just one here.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, David.
Just the one I talked to Carrie earlier. Carrie, can you get them to tell me what their backup protocol is, just so I know we're safe? Otherwise, I have no issue with it. It's a good price.
Okay. What do you mean by backup protocol?
I just want to make sure they're backing up the data on a regular basis so that if something happens, we don't lose everything.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, that is a sensible thing to ask. Okay, well, if there's no more discussion on this item, I have a resolution. Can I get a mover and a seconder? Elizabeth and David West. It's been moved and seconded that the board authorizes the chair and secretary treasurer to execute the memorandum of understanding regarding mapping services from the Lakehead Region Conservation Authority for the 2023 year. Is there anyone in opposition to this resolution? Seeing none, we will move on to the next item in our agenda, which is a closed session, which we do not have any reason to hold, do we, Carrie? Nope. Which of course negates the need for matters arising from the closed session. And is there anything, this brings us to the end of the meeting, which might be a record for time, especially since we started a couple minutes late. Is there anything else that anyone else would like to, any questions for Carrie or anything? Go ahead, Carrie.
Sorry, I just wanted to note, I don't believe you were on the call yet. John Savolta is our O'Connor representative.
Okay.
So he's replaced Alex Crane. I just wanted to welcome him and make everybody known.
Well,
Thanks, Carrie. The reason I asked actually to be on this was the amount of assistance I got when I had to approach the regional planning board, and Carrie was very instrumental in that. You did the extra mile. It was a real blessing to us. So thanks, and I hope I can contribute here.
Well, I can guarantee you that not all the meetings are this entertaining.
This is quick.
Yeah, it's quick. And it's so we've been, for obvious reasons in the past, we've done this Zoom thing for a while now. We've had a little bit of discussion about going back in person. And in the past, before the pandemic, we were meeting in person at the Oliver Papunj offices, because it's kind of central for everybody, and that's where Carrie's office is. So it made sense. I would, for myself, I could go either way, because obviously it's quicker for me to go to my office here than to drive to the municipal office. But I think it would be good for us, maybe personally, I think it'd be good for us to meet in person a couple times a year at least. And especially if we've got something of a little more in-depth discussion points, it would be nice to get in person, but maybe for now, with it being winter and everything else, we can continue going with Zoom.
Yeah, I was gonna actually just say I have no problem meeting when it's a little bit warmer out and a little bit more cost effective on fuel.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Also, I can add to that too, if there's a month where we have more applications and it looks like it'll be a bigger month, it would be more convenient, I think, for us to meet in person. Whereas if this meeting's 15 minutes long and you all had to drive half an hour to get here, then it's not super cost effective for anyone. So,
But it doesn't look like Gordon's on a cruise ship this time, so.
Not this meeting, but hold your breath, maybe the next one.
It is convenient, so. Okay, well, if there's nothing else for this meeting, I have a motion to adjourn. Can I get a mover and a seconder for that, please? David Halverson and Axel. It's been moved and seconded that the board, that's the wrong one. It's moved and seconded that the February 2nd, 2023 regular meeting in the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be adjourned. The time being 5:49 p.m. Anyone in opposition? Seeing none, thank you, everyone. And it's supposed to be -33.